Hello everyone, this is Sierra Games Scott, and I have come back to play Space Quest 4 for real this time, and let's get right into it so we don't miss anything in the introduction, since it does go on for a little bit. So I am going to type in SQ4, the command, the exe file, and we should get things up and running. And of course it is by everyone's favorite company, Sierra Online. Which no longer unfortunately produces adventure games, or really even exists. Now it's part of Vivendi, I believe. Anyway, this is the 4th edition of the Space Quest saga, and it was, I guess, produced in 1991, so that's about 20 years ago. And this is, of course, Roger Wilco and the Time Rippers. And this video will probably just be the introduction. I'm not going to read off all the names of the folks who helped produce this. Let's see, is there anything I should update you on? One thing, just to make sure, I was having some trouble earlier on. I am hopefully in both the music coming through and the commentary coming through with a bit of a MacGyver-esque setup here, but it's not too much of an imposition. And if you are having trouble hearing anything, just turn up your volume on your computer and the YouTube volume, and I think it should work. It's worked for me. Anyway, we rejoin our friend and semi-hero Roger Wilco as he rockets back towards his home planet Xenon, which he hasn't seen since Space Quest 2. Having successfully rescued those 2 ingrates from Andromeda, he decides a pit stop on Magmetheus is in order. And I'm actually going to try to do the voices for this one. We'll see how it goes. The only exception will be that at one point there are some women in the game, and during the descent to his cosmic canteen, he is unaware of the interest that has been generated regarding his fate. I'm not going to do the voice of the women because that'll probably just be frightening to everyone, so that'll just be my regular voice. Planet Magmetheus. Subject: Roger Wilco. So somebody's taken an interest in old Roger. Location confirmed. We have confirmation of his position, Master. Off to Magmetheus with you, then. It's time for Wilco to meet the fate for which I have crafted. I think I read that wrong. As our story begins, we find the Illuminated Mallard parked outside a seedy spaceport bar. That's pleasant. Yes, thinly veiled of reference to Star Wars, of course. There. We join Roger as he relates one of his greatly exaggerated tales of adventure. The aliens are only to happen to listen, as long as Roger is buying. So, this is the first of the VGA Space Quest games. I guess there's only really 2 in this style, Space Quest 4 and 5, and then Space Quest 6 kind of departed into more of a cartoon style. The first 3 were the old EGA Sierra games. Are you Roger Wilco? Yeah. Please come with me. I don't know if I'd follow a guy with a big gun. Probably, well, maybe if he's forcing you. You don't have much of a choice. But probably no good can come from that. Especially when he's dressed like this. Looks like a Nazi stormtrooper. Hello, Roger Wilco. Surprised to see an old friend? You have no idea how special this moment is for me. This is no chance encounter, I can assure you. I have this one loose end to tie up before I begin my reign as the supreme being of all that exists. I do not like to lose. You are a blemish on what would otherwise be a perfect record of domination, terror, and invincibility. Besides, I'm still a bit miffed about that asteroid deal in Space Quest 2. Anyway, to relieve the pain of my humiliation, and prevent you from being a pain in my future, you must die. My charges will take care of the messy details. It's been nice seeing you again, one last time. Men, do the dirty deed. Sorry if the voice changes too. I'm not really a voice actor, as you can probably tell. You go left, split up. Mr. Wilco, follow me and do exactly as I say. Let's move. That went faster than I thought it would, actually. Hey, I want to know what the... Listen, I can't explain it all to you now. You've got to beat on our they've got to beat on our coordinates. We've got to move fast. We've got to do this fast. Shield your eyes. Yeah, the voices are going to come in and out. Sorry. Jump into the time rip. Do it now. You've got to. If I take the time to explain, we're both parking lot pizza. You'll understand soon. And I don't think I'm spoiling anything because this is the fourth in the series. If you played Space Quest 2, you probably recognize who the villain is. It's, I believe, Sledge is his first name, Sledge Vol, or Dr. Vol. He's kind of protagonist throughout a lot of these games. And yeah, you pretty much did away with him in Space Quest 2, or thought you did, and apparently he's still around, and as he said, a little miffed about what happened in the second edition of Space Quest. So, we are on a mysterious planet now. Or are we? We'll find out in a few minutes. I've actually played through this a number of times. Let me get back to that in a second. Assuming the narrative box comes up. Now, what are you gonna? Where am I? You wonder aloud. Non-existent auditory organs. This place sure looks homey. Hey, wait, this looks like Xenon. It is Xenon. It's really a pile. Along with the changes induced by an armed conflict, the city looks different, more modern, with a heavy dash of post-disaster seasoning. Casually glancing at the status line, you happen to notice that you're in Space Quest 12. Well, what happened? Who was that guy with the overdeveloped hairdryer? Why did you let yourself be talked into jumping into some strange, shimmering hole? Why are you talking to yourself? These incredibly intriguing questions will quickly be forgotten, with barely electrons stirred in that well-armored orb atop your shoulders. Alright, yes, as I was saying, I've actually played through this section numerous times back when I was having all those technical difficulties, and trying to get this to run, and I just couldn't do it because my old computer, which I've actually replaced by a new computer, which is generally working well, though Windows 7 has some complications. Anyway, for anyone who is curious why it took such a long time between this and Conquest of Camelot, was I had a contract position for a while, which was taking up a lot of time. So I'm back looking for work, and with that, at least I have some time to create these games. Also, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this or do something else, and so I just never got around to it, but hopefully I'm back, and we'll take a look at this game. That is the whole introduction to the first to Space Quest 4. And I don't want to waste too much of your time. I just wanted to introduce everyone back to the game and get that up onto YouTube. And when I see you next time, we will continue to explore what appears to be a post-war, post-apocalyptic Xenon, Roger Wilco's home planet, if you remember from the first and second Space Quests, and see what's going on in this game. But I think I'm going to stop for now. We're getting a little close to the clock. The only thing I will mention is, because it takes so long to upload these things, I'm probably not going to take advantage of YouTube's new 15-minute policy, and will probably stick to the usual 10 to 11 minutes that I have in my other games. In any event, this is CR Game Scott. Glad to be back with you after several months of a hiatus, and hope that you will tune in for the rest of this thrilling Let's Play. Until then, take care.